Hi friends, it's Miss Jessica again. I am so excited to be with you here today. Before we get started, just want to make sure that you get out your book and your pen, pencil, whatever, something to write with. And your blue mat and letters. So you just need these things today, nothing extra. All right. I'm going to give you just another 30 seconds to get that stuff up or out and ready. All right. I am okay. My camera's acting up today. There we go. That's better. All right. So, are we ready to get started? I am for sure. All right. Today we're going to read a story about someone who can't sleep because there's a dog barking. Has anybody ever been kept awake because of a dog barking? I know I have. My dog doesn't usually bark at night, but I have dogs in my neighborhood that do, and sometimes they're very loud and they wake me up. Thankfully, it doesn't happen very often. So I'm super excited to read that story here with you later. Why don't you share with a friend next to you if you have ever been kept awake or gotten waken up by a dog barking. If you haven't, has there ever been a time where a dog has barked at you and it's bugged you, or they're just being loud and obnoxious like dogs can be sometimes, like my dog is right now? Go ahead and talk to your neighbor. Slinky. Okay, everybody look back up here. We are going to talk about word length today. Not talk about it, we've talked about it before. I'm going to give you 2 words. You're going to repeat those words. Once you've repeated those words, you're going to tell me which one is the longer word. If you remember, longer words have more syllables, okay? So let's just do the first one and you'll get the hang of it, okay? So I have turn and tornado. Repeat. Which one's longer, turn or tornado? Tornado, fantastic. How many syllables does tornado have? Tornado, 3, great job. Okay, are you ready for the next one? Rattlesnake, porch. Repeat. Which one's longer, rattlesnake or porch? Rattlesnake, great job. How many syllables does rattlesnake have? 3, rattlesnake, great. All right, you ready for the next one? Fort and fortune. Great, which one's longer, fort or fortune? Fortune, great job. Okay, how many syllables does fortune have? Fortune, 2 syllables, great. All right, let's do a couple of more. Let's do bag and computer. Which one's longer, bag or computer? Computer, how many syllables does computer have? 3, computer, great. You're doing such a great job. All right, we're going to do one more. Let's do deck and sailboat. Which one's longer? Sailboat. How many syllables does sailboat have? 2 syllables. High five, you did an awesome job. Okay, this next activity is something we have not done before, so we get to try something new together today. We are going to look for, or listen, not look, we're going to listen for the word or the sound. Can you say Great job. Okay, so what letter makes the sound N? Fantastic. So if you hear an N in the word, I want you to stand up. If you do not hear an N in the word, I want you to stay seated. Okay? So I'm going to say the word, and then what are you going to do? Repeat it. Great job. And then if you hear the N sound, pop up. If you don't hear that N sound, stay seated. Okay? Are you ready? All right. So the first word is net. Repeat. Do you hear it? Yay! We hear the N sound, net. What about past? Nope, we don't hear that one. We don't hear N in past. What about in the word nice? Yep, we hear it. Nice, nice. What about in the word night? Night. Yay, we hear it. Okay, you seated again? We're going to do 3 more. You ready? What about the word chest? Nope, no in chest. What about the word wreck? Nope, no in wreck. And the last one, what about the word narrow? Yay! We hear the in narrow. Great job. All right, everybody find your pockets again. Sit back down. Go ahead and get out your blue mat and your blue letter bag. And of course, before we do anything else, what do we have to do? Yep, we're going to talk about our left hand, right hand, and our important things in our alphabet. All right, you ready? My beforehand is my left hand. My afterhand is my right hand. What's the first letter of the alphabet? A. Oh, let me turn this off. Hold on. What's the last letter of the alphabet? Z. And my middle 2 letters are N and N. Oh, let me fix that and make it less fuzzy. What are my A, M, N, and Z called? They are my anchor letters. Great job. What are, uh-oh, it's not focusing. How many letters are there in the alphabet? 26 letters. How many types of letters are there? 2 types of letters. What are those types of letters called? Vowels and consonants. Great job. What are my vowels? A, E, I, O, and U. Fantastic. Okay, I think I've gotten my thing fixed now. So we are going to put our beforehand, we're going to put our beforehand where? On the letter A, and our afterhand goes on N. That's right. And what are we going to do now? Say our letters. Say them super fast, not super, super fast, but it's not a race, but say them kind of quick. And remember, we're going to tag our afterhand at the end. Ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, tag, N-O-P-Q-R-S-T-U-V-W-X, Y, and Z. Great. All right. You are going to place your letters today. You can empty them on your mat. Make sure they're all flat side up, just like this. Okay, what letters do we place first? Our A, M, N, and Z. And what are those called? Our anchor letters. Now what do? Place the rest of them, and when I place them, I name them. So go ahead and do that. Make sure you switch your hands when you get to the second half. Okay, we are going to check Miss Jessica's letters to make sure that I put mine in the right order. Are you ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Mine are perfect. They're in the right place, right where they should be. I want you to check yours really quick. All right, are they all right? Great job, high five. You guys are so smart and you're getting so fast. All right, what I want you to do now, we're not doing anything else with our letters today. So what I want you to do is go ahead and put them away. I'm gonna do this number here. You probably can't do this without making a mess, so you can just pick yours up. Make sure you only get your letters. And then put them to the side. Sorry, Miss Jessica's tired today. Okay, we are going to do our reading deck. I just realized I haven't mixed these up in a few days. So I'm going to make sure they're all nice and mixed up. And remember, what's our reading deck? The brown cards. It's our letter sounds, that's right. So it has the letter, a picture, and then we say the sound. Are you ready? Okay. Good candle blowing. Another good candle blow. Remember, keep that mouth closed. It's another one. Keep the mouth closed. You guys are getting great. Digraph NG, king, Fantastic. eh, mm, yeah. Good job, digraph TH, thimble. Is that the voiced one or the unvoiced one? It's the unvoiced one, that's the silent one. Good job. B. It's another closed one, good job. Digraph TH, mother. V. Is that one the voiced or unvoiced? V. V. It's the voiced. It makes your lips a little tingly and it makes your throat a little shaky, huh? Ooh, it's like getting in trouble. D. Yep. G. Good job. Ah, that's the ah. Yeah. Short. Oh, great job. All right, let me move those out of the way. All right, what comes next? Do you remember? Our sight words. And we have some new ones today. With our new ones, we're going to be at 44 sight words. Oh my goodness, that's so many. You guys have done amazing learning these. Okay, so I'm going to tell you or say the sight word and I want you to repeat it. Are you ready? Okay, word, great, more, witch. Okay, now this isn't like the witches we see at Halloween. This is like, which one do you want? Okay. Away. Great job. Okay, now you're going to say them and I get to repeat them, okay? All right. Word, more, witch, away. Great job. Okay, so Miss Jessica was thinking about this, and we're going to mix those in like we normally do. But after, I'm going to repeat the words today. Okay, so you're going to say them, I'm going to repeat them. Because I don't get to sit there with you to make sure you're saying all of them right and you have all of them in your head. So I want to make sure that we're all on the right track. Okay? So we're just going to do our sight words a little different today. Are you ready? I know I am. I'm ready to be taught. Okay? 2. Any. Said. Do. This. About. The or the. Was. What. Were. Would. More. Where. Should. To. From. Does. Who. These. I'm going to make sure I grab who. All right. 1, come, could, there, put, many, each, get, gone. My cards are sticking. Goes, have, there, your, that, word, either or either, toward, that was one of ours from last time, good job, of, together, some, which, oh, that was a new one, good, away, they, you, and are. Okay, great. I know that took just a little bit longer than it normally does, and I normally repeat the ones that kiddos usually have problems with because Miss Jessica's been teaching a while, so I know. But I just wanted to repeat all of them today. We won't do that every time. Whoops. Sorry, I knocked my computer. That was a little shaky, wasn't it? All right. So we are going to go into our reading practice, which is our pink cards here for a minute. So we're going to learn a new prefix today. If I can get the card. Okay, this prefix is another one. Well, let me back up. Who remembers the prefix we learned yesterday? Prefix un or un, and it means not. Great job. So we are going to learn another prefix that also means not. I know, it's confusing, isn't it? All right. So this prefix is prefix dis, dis, and it means not. Okay, so now we have two that mean the same thing. Okay, so when we see this card, it's prefix dis, repeat, and that means not. So we'll say prefix dis means not. Repeat. Great. All right. We're going to go over these other ones just so we can review them. I want to make sure these stay in your mind. They're going to be really important for talking, of course, for reading and for writing. It will help you understand what you're reading, and then you'll know what to use when you're writing. So it helps in so many ways. So the first one we learned was suffix ing, which means happening now. Great. All right. You ready to repeat the next one? Suffix less means without. Great. And suffixes go where at the word? Beginning or the end? They go at the end. That's why that dash is there, because it means there's going to be a word there. All right, then we have prefix un, which means not, and prefix dis, which also means not. And where do prefixes go? Beginning of the word or end of the word? Beginning of the word, and that's why they're first with the dash after, because that dash means there's going to be another word there. These things don't make sense by themselves, okay? There's a word that has to be attached. Less is the only one that makes sense by itself, but less does not mean without by itself. It just means without when it's a suffix, okay? All right. Go ahead and grab your book, and we are going to be on page 59 today. So it's lesson 12 at the top, and there's a picture of a skateboard at the bottom. I'm going to adjust my computer camera while you guys get that so it's more easily, there we go. I need it to sit down. All right. So, I am so sorry. Miss Jessica is so tired. I keep yawning. All right, what we are going to do, you should be at page 59 now. What we're going to do is we are going to read our words, sentences, and text. This is going to be the same process that we've been doing, so nothing new except for what we're reading. Okay? So who gets to be the teacher on the first line? That's right, I do. Who gets to be the teacher on the second line? Yeah, you do. And then the third line, what happens? We read it all at the same time. Great job. All right. So, do you have your fingers ready? Or your pencil if you want to point to the words with your pencil? That actually, I don't know why I haven't thought about this before, but if you're reading something with your pencil or an open pen, as you're going, if something is confusing, it's right there and you can just mark it. And you don't have to pick it up and find where you were and all of that. So it might be easier to use whatever you write with so you can mark things as you go. Okay? All right. So the first word is dislike. The second word is distrust. Good job. The next one is discontent. And the last one is disown. Great job. What was the same about all of those words? They all had our new prefix. That's right. And that prefix means not. Great. So dislike, not like. I don't like it. Distrust, I don't trust it. Discontent, I'm not content. Disown, I do not own. Okay? I know I'm really shaky. I'm sorry. My table is a little unstable right now. Okay. So now you get to be the teachers on the second line. So everybody get your pen, pencil, finger, whatever you want, ready. Point to that first word. Okay. You ready to read it? All right. Go. Jan. Jag. Jest. Jot. Job. Jog. Great job. What was the same about all of those words? Yeah, they have that j sound that we learned about last week, or yesterday, doesn't it? Don't they? All right, last line. Everybody gets to read it together. Read it at your pace. Don't worry about the people around you, but I want you saying it with your words, okay? I want to hear it from your mouth. Are you ready? All right, go. All right, everybody focus back up here. Good job. Okay. Let me read those 5 words and then we'll go on to our sentences. Discredit, disorder, jump, jug, jet. All right, let's go to our sentences. Remember, who's the teacher first? Me. Who's the teacher next? You. And the last one, all of us read it all together at the same time, this one. Ready? Sam took 3 books from the shelf at the top. Repeat. Great. All right, the next sentence, what does that sentence end with? A question mark. So what should you be saying it as? A question. All right, let me hear it. Why do you distrust the man with the red hat? Great. All right, let's read the last one together. Fingers, pens, whatever, ready? Find the first word. Tim should dislike having to cut the grass. Great job. Okay, now I'm going to let you have a couple of minutes to read those 3 sentences at the bottom. What do you think it's going to be about? A skateboard. Why do you think it's going to be about a skateboard? There's a picture of one. That's a good inference clue. All right. Why don't you take a couple of minutes to read that and we'll come back in a minute. Okay, 1, 2, 3, all eyes on me. Great job. I'm going to read those sentences so you can mark what you didn't know or take note in your head of what you didn't know. Are you ready? Sam disliked having to pick up the rocks and stack them in a different spot each day. He put the rocks on a slab of wood on his skateboard and sent them to a different spot. His dad demanded that the rocks be picked up and stacked about 10 steps away. All right, so what did Sam use the skateboard for? Why is the skateboard there? He used it to move the rocks. That's a pretty smart idea, isn't it? Okay, I've promised that I would let you read the story on your own. So guess what? Today you get to. But before we read the story, I want to make sure we go over the questions, and I want to ask some questions and get us thinking about the story, and then I'll give you instructions, okay? Okay, so question number 1 is, why was Ben unable to sleep? So what does that tell us? All right, the character's Ben, he wasn't able to sleep, and we need to know why. Okay, number 2, what did Ben enjoy looking at on TV? What does that tell us? There's going to be something about the TV in there, huh? And we need to know what Ben enjoys watching, because we all enjoy watching different things, don't we? Number 3, what did Ben pick to order? He got to order something, so we get to figure out what he got to order. All right, let's look at the title. What's the title, everybody together? The TV magnet, that's right. What does that mean? The TV magnet. And didn't Miss Jessica tell us this was a story about dogs? We'll have to see. Do you think there's a magnet inside of the TV? Is there a magnet on the TV? I don't know. I guess we're going to have to find out, aren't we? Do you sometimes just sit and watch TV and you can sit and watch forever and ever and ever and you're like, oh no, I've been watching for a long time? Yeah, your mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, whoever might say, you've been watching TV for too long. I know sometimes at night I'll sit down and watch TV and I'll look up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been watching for 3 hours and I thought it was only 30 minutes. To be honest, I get distracted doing other things and that's why I have the TV on so long, but it's okay. All right, so we are going to find out what this story is about. It's talking about a TV magnet. Miss Jessica said something about dogs at the beginning and barking at night. Title doesn't tell me that's what it's about, so we're going to find out. What I want you to do is when I say go, so everybody's going to freeze until I say go. When I say go, you are going to find one partner to read with, okay? You and your partner are going to read the story out loud together. Thumbs up if you understand. Okay, so you're going to find a partner to read together. When you get your partner, you are going to read 2 sentences. How many sentences? 2. What does a sentence start with? A capital letter. What does a sentence end with? A punctuation. What are some punctuation marks that the sentence ends with? A period, an exclamation mark. Who remembers what that looks like? It's that line with the dot, line with the period, okay? Or a question mark. We've seen quite a few questions over the weeks, haven't we? Or over the days. So you're going to read 2 sentences, and then your partner is going to read 2 sentences. And then guess what? It'll be your turn again. And you're going to do that until you get to the very end of the story. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to do that. And then I'm going to come back and read the story and we'll talk about the questions. Okay? Thumbs up if you understand. So our first thing we're going to do is find a partner. The next thing we're going to do is read how many sentences? 2 sentences. And then my partner's going to read 2 sentences. And then when we're done, if I have people around me still reading or Miss Jessica hasn't come back yet, you're going to sit quietly. You can talk about the story if you want, but we're not talking about anything else except the story. Okay? Okay. Are you ready? All right, go. Okay, I need everybody's attention up here. I gave you about 5 minutes to read the story. I'm guessing some of you got through it and some of you got through it and some of you didn't, and that's okay. All right, I'm going to read it and then we're going to talk about it, all right? Okay. Ben was restless. A band of dogs was yelping. Ben yelled at the dogs, but they won't stop. Ben was in bed. Ben had had a long, hot bath. Ben was looking at some books, but stopped. Ben yanked the blanket back and stomped from the bed. Ben looked at TV. What's on? A string of ads for lots of things. Drills, cookbooks, pots and pans, tennis lessons, glass lamps, dolls that have blonde locks, camping tents, bats and mitts, deck wood, and hammocks that hang from hooks. Whoever got that sentence had a long one to read, didn't they? All of a sudden, Ben was not restless. The dogs stopped yelping, and it was good. Ben picked the drills. Ben plans to use them for lots of things. Okay, so let's go back to the title of this story, the TV magnet. What in the world does that mean? I didn't read anything about a magnet. So what does the TV magnet mean? Why did they name it that? What does a magnet do? Yeah, a magnet pulls things to it. So if you put a magnet on the fridge, it's pulling itself to the fridge. If you know those U-shaped magnets, sometimes cartoons, you'll see it where they'll have the magnet and they're holding it out and all of the things come at the magnet. So the magnet attracts things, it pulls things in. So the TV is like a magnet. How? Yeah, it attracts you. You want to watch it. It pulls you in, and sometimes you watch it longer than you're supposed to, right? Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, I think that was a little kind of a weird title for this story. Do you? Yeah, maybe. But the author chose to title it The TV Magnet, so that's what they did. Okay? All right, so let's look at our questions. Why was Ben unable to sleep? A, he was worried about something. B, he had drunk too much coffee. Or C, dogs were barking. C, dogs were barking. Where does it tell us that in our story? A band of dogs was yelping. Yelping is another word for barking. What question does that answer? Question 1. Great. All right, number 2. What did Ben enjoy looking at on TV? He liked the ads, he liked reality shows, or he liked crime shows. He liked the ads. How do we know he liked the ads? That's all it talks about. So he could have been watching his favorite show, but it didn't tell us what his favorite show was. It told us that he liked all those ads. So this whole paragraph almost, right where it starts with, let me find it. A string of ads, everything, that whole thing will be underlined. And what question does that one answer? Question 2. So what do we put by it? A2, great. Okay, number 3, what did Ben pick to order? A, camping tents, B, a drill, or C, tennis lessons? B, a drill, great. Where does it tell us that in the story? Near the end, Ben picked the drills. So underline that. And what question does that one answer? Question 3. Great job. Okay, you guys have done so well today. And we learned quite a bit, didn't we? We learned about the prefix dis, D-I-S, and what does it mean? Not. Great job. And we learned some new sight words. Do you remember how many we're up to now? 44. Oh my goodness. And we got to read a story about Finn and being kept awake by dogs and deciding to order stuff off the TV. All right, well, I hope you guys had a great day. I had so much fun with you today, and I can't wait to be with you next time. Bye.